As an AI language model, the accuracy of ChatGPT refers to the model's ability to generate responses that are relevant, informative, and grammatically correct, based on the input it receives from the user. Accuracy can be measured by comparing the model's output to a human-generated response or to a set of predefined, correct responses. For example, if a user asks, "What is the capital of France?" and ChatGPT responds with Paris, then the model is said to have achieved a high level of accuracy for that particular input. Aside from the algorithm used, the accuracy of ChatGPT can be affected by the complexity of the input, as well as the quality and quantity of the training data. Therefore, it's important to continually evaluate and improve the model's accuracy over time to ensure that it provides the best possible user experience. Accuracy in the context of ChatGPT refers to how well the model's responses align with the intended meaning of the prompt. Let's review the two key factors that influence the accuracy of ChatGPT's responses. The complexity and quality of prompts can greatly affect the accuracy of ChatGPT's responses. For example, if a prompt is too vague or contains irrelevant information, the model may generate responses that are off-topic or unhelpful. On the other hand, if a prompt is well-defined and focused, the model is more likely to produce accurate and relevant responses. Another factor that influences the accuracy of ChatGPT's responses is the quantity and quality of the training data used to develop the model. A model that has been trained on a large and diverse dataset will be better equipped to handle a wider range of prompts and generate more accurate responses. As we discussed earlier in the course, a good prompt effectively conveys the user's intent to ChatGPT and enables the model to generate relevant and accurate responses. Let's dig deeper into some of the key characteristics of a good prompt. Prompts should be clear and well-defined, with a specific question or request. This helps the model to understand the user's intent and generate a relevant response. They should have sufficient context to help ChatGPT understand the user's intent and generate an appropriate response. This may include information about the topic, the user's preferences, or the current conversation. They must be relevant to the intended topic and the specific question or request. This helps to ensure that the model generates a response that is accurate and useful. And they should be concise and to the point, without unnecessary information or complexity. This helps to avoid confusion and ensure that the model focuses on the most important aspects of the user's request. Here are some examples of well-defined and focused prompts. What is the weather forecast for tomorrow in Seattle? This prompt is clear, well-defined, and contextual, providing information about the user's location and request, and is relevant to the intended topic. What are the best ways to reduce stress and anxiety? This prompt is contextual, providing information about the user's specific concern, and is relevant to the intended topic. How do I set up a new Gmail account on my iPhone using the Mail app? This prompt is clear, well-defined, and provides the specific context and details for the question by including the email provider and the smartphone model, along with the app being used. This additional information helps ChatGPT generate a more targeted and useful response. Here are some examples of vague and irrelevant prompts. What do you think about life? This prompt is too broad and ambiguous, making it difficult for ChatGPT to understand the user's intent and generate an accurate response. Can you give me some tips for being successful? This prompt is vague and lacks sufficient context, making it difficult for ChatGPT to understand the user's specific concerns and provide helpful advice. What's the weather like? This prompt is too vague and lacks context. Without additional information about the user's location and timeframe for the question, it is difficult for ChatGPT to provide a relevant and accurate response. As you can see, poorly designed prompts that are vague, irrelevant, or lack context can create challenges for ChatGPT to generate accurate and helpful responses. Let's also take some time to highlight examples of challenges that can arise from using poorly designed prompts. Misunderstanding user intent A vague or poorly designed prompt can make it difficult for ChatGPT to understand the user's intent, leading to irrelevant or inaccurate responses. For example, a prompt like "What's up?" can be interpreted in many ways, and ChatGPT may generate irrelevant responses that don't address the user's actual intent. Generating irrelevant responses. A prompt that is irrelevant to the intended topic or request can result in ChatGPT generating responses that are unhelpful or off-topic. For instance, if a user asks ChatGPT about the weather, but the prompt is related to sports, the generated response will likely be irrelevant to the user's original question. Generating inaccurate responses. A prompt that is ambiguous or poorly phrased can cause ChatGPT to generate responses that are inaccurate or misleading. For example, a prompt like "Tell me about cars" is ambiguous and can lead to responses that are too broad or vague. And finally, confusing the model. A prompt that is too complex or contains multiple questions can confuse the model. For instance, a prompt like "Can you tell me the best places to eat in this city?" and "What's the weather like today?" contains multiple questions without context and can be confusing for ChatGPT to respond to accurately.